The NonStop Radio Show.
Non-stop hip-hop.
The hottest underground hip-hop and R&B show on this side of the net.
New smoke. And the world spins around. Let's go, let's ride. My life is a gamble. I done dealt with some ups and downs. Lord help me through all this pressure and plant me on solid ground. Keep my head above the water so I don't follow my wicked way. Lord help me from hectic time. Lord help me from day to day. My life is a gamble. I done dealt with some ups and downs. Lord help me through all this pressure and plant me on solid ground. Keep my head above the water so I don't follow my wicked way. Lord help me from hectic time. Lord help me from day to day. I'm tired of falling victim to sinful and wicked ways. But I know what I gotta do. It's time to break a phase. It's time to change and live my life like a grown man. I got kids to feed and the streets ain't the master plan. I'ma do what I gotta.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Once again, it's your boy Emilio Wack'O. And I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into tonight's presentation as EJP Entertainment presents the Artist Spotlight. You already know what it is. We at the point of our show where we are joined by tonight's special guest. But before we do so, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go follow us on IG at EJP_entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP Entertainment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to the show. It's your boy Emilio Wack'O back in the house, rocking out here with ya. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into this edition of the show. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you do us that solid, man. Make sure you go follow us on IG at EJP_entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP Entertainment. For those of y'all out there that would like to check out the visual side of our content, please do us a favor and make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel, also EJP Entertainment. Be sure to like, insert and share and to subscribe to the videos, and definitely stay alerted to when we are dropping new content coming at you real soon. And with that being said, folks, you know we are at the point of our show where we are now joined by tonight's special guest, and calling all the way, folks, from Jackson, Tennessee. Help me welcome to the show my man Wack'O. Wack'O, what's good, brother? How's everything?
What's up, big bro? Just chilling, laying low in this cold weather.
Man, definitely. I let me say, man, when it comes to that cold weather, I definitely know how you feel, man. So, yo, definitely stay warm out there.
Yeah, you gotta stay warm, bundle up, you know.
Well, let me ask you, man, it really get cold like that in Tennessee? I never been to Tennessee, and I always associated with the South, so always be thinking like, you know, the southern states have much warmer, you know, weather and a much better climate than what we do up here in New York, man. So it gets cold in Tennessee for real?
Yes, it gets cold just like us, like snowstorms. And, yeah, it do, where it freeze up and everything, brother.
Oh, wow. Damn, man. I just learned something new and all that good stuff. You know, I was actually considering last year, you know, at one point in time, I was thinking about moving to Nashville, you know, just to try something different, you know, different change of scenery, different change of pace and all that good stuff like that, man. But hey, that's good though to hear that, you know, if I ever do make that jump, to definitely make sure I pack a snowsuit and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we do.
No doubt, man.
About it's beautiful weather. It's still beautiful weather, but it still get cold, homie. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, I can dig that, man. But yo, definitely want to say salute to you, man, and thank you once again for taking the time out to be here and rocking out with us as tonight's special guest. And normally at this point, we like to, you know, give our, you know, guest the opportunity to, you know, give a little bit of a insight and a little bit of a background to our audience that's listening right now about you. So if you would like to, man, go ahead and take the floor, man. It's all yours.
You know, my name Wack'O from Jackson, Tennessee. I'm basically out here just pumping that music, man. I came a long way from the bottom, striving to get to the top. You know, it starts a slow grind, but a steady grind. You know, I release my music from my heart. Everything that is breathed through my breath or said through my mouth is inspired through the Almighty. Nothing that I say or do is fictional. It's all things of real life where I've changed things I have done, but yet showing people the growth in which I have evolved. So with that being said, We are responsible for the words that we give people, and we are responsible for the things that we say out our mouths. So when I try to do my music, I try to give you reality and giving you a whole bunch of bull crap. Ain't nobody got time to talk about no fictional stuff. I ain't there yet, but I want to be there. And I can talk about the things that I see, but I only can tell you about the things that I have endured. And right now, I put my money and I bet it on myself because I feel like I believe in myself. And I took my money and I invested it correctly in the people that I feel that can help me along the way. You know, I stepped out by faith. And the sound that I gave the world, which was Life Was a Gamble, was a song showing you my change, my growth. But knowing that every time you step out that door, it's a chance you take, consequence and circumstance. You could die right when you step out your door, or something could be happening horrific. You never know. So life is always a gamble, but with the song in my life, it's showing you my growth, my reapproach back to civilization, or to a conscious mind, from unconsciousness to consciousness, basically.
Well, all that right there, man, you would definitely be an instant favorite when it comes to listening, you know, to your music, and also to our audience over here, man, because we love the real, we respect the real, and that's what we want, the real, you know. Much, you know, no disrespect to anybody out there that, you know, is in that mentality of fake it till you make it. You gotta do what you gotta do, no doubt about that. But, you know, we like the real when it comes down to it, because, you know, when we all listen to hip-hop, especially those of us in this audience, you know, we grew up listening to, you know, the real stories that a lot of people was telling about things that was going on in the communities, things that was happening in their lives and stuff like that. Not this old fabricated lifestyle that a lot of people, especially in this social media and digital age, would like you to have, you know, believing in stuff like that. So, you know, you definitely get, you know, your respect from us when it comes to dropping that real, man. So salute to you, brother.
And then, not because, you know, about another thing, it's important that when we dropping these things as the old schools, OGs, old heads, whatever they want to call themselves, but as a wisdom, a wise, understandable person, you know that you're responsible for the use. So with that being said, you don't want to give the youth just negative bull crap. You want to also let them know, well, if you do this, this is this consequence. If you do this, this is this circumstance. You do this, this is this chance you take. But you're responsible for everything you'll do. You are your own soul controller. You control your destiny. So that's why when I drop my music, bro, and my videos, I give people the visuals of the city, of the good parts of the city. Everybody know the bad, but what about the good? What sometimes, who wants to always be bad? Let's have fun. Let's party. Let's see the world. Let's get money. Let's take care of our families. You know what I mean?
No doubt about that.
So that's really what my mentality is when I go ahead doing my music. And before I do my music, I let the Almighty give me a direction, basically. I let him paint my picture, and then I'll fulfill it in with my poetry.
Now, with that being said, like when it comes to you know, the production of your music, are you solely just, you know, an artist, or do you produce also as well when it comes to, you know, your overall product? Okay, cool.
No, I can make beats. I do all of that. I am involved all the way 100% in my music, even from my videos. When I do videos, I don't plan. See, this is why my guys like me. I don't plan, we just do it like Nike. If I say I want to drop, man, we'll shoot a video in. I'll shoot a video on the corner with the bums if I had to. Whatever, you feel me? Well, I'm not trying to give nobody nothing that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Or what I endured, you know? And everybody want to talk about, promote this going to jail and getting back out, and you bought that. Who wants to go there in the first place?
Right.
You feel me? You can avoid it. And so why not tell people, hey, you can avoid it. You can see it, but you ain't got to be part of stuff.
And that's one of the things we're missing right now in today's music as well. Not to cut you off, but, you know, I like that point right there, because when you're listening to a lot of the music out here, that's all they seem to glorify is just the negative aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, we do deal with the negatives, and I understand that people are telling what they perceive as their story. But it's like when it gets down to it, man, it's like, you know, the negative outweighs all of the positive, man. And like, we like to see the real, but we also like to know that there's also a way around that. You know what I mean? We don't got to glorify going to jail. You ain't got to glorify, you know, shooting one another.
You ain't
know,
got to go shoot
craziness.
up no people. You ain't got to, you can talk and bring about peace. You ain't got to always, I'm going to go shoot with my choppers and AK. Okay, that's cool, but what war are you part of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, on some real, and I'm like, on some not being a statistic, you know, and I done lived from the east to the west. I have did shows from the east to the west, never had no problems, got along with everybody, because it's not about where you from, it's where you at, and you got to have respect. The old man told me that people don't get along because they don't want to get along. That's what a very old wise man told me. So with that being said, brother, I'm just a humble spirit. I'm investing in my talent. I'm praying on the Lord. I'm putting it out there. Eventually it's going to get heard. If I keep going, eventually something got to give out of it. But I'd rather say I did do it than sitting back wishing and hoping I did it. You get me?
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things in life that you don't want to ever have to deal with is regret. You don't want to ever get to that point in life where you're sitting there thinking about what if I would have done this? What if I wouldn't have done that? It may not be perfect in your eyes. It may not be perfect in anybody's eyes, but just the fact that you gave it the attempt or even the effort and you apply that effort with your ambition to do what you do, that's the one thing you want to be able to come away with at the end of the day, and not sitting back with a whole bunch of what ifs and regrets that you didn't do the things that your heart set out to do and all that good stuff, man.
And that's exactly right, big brother. You don't want to never be hoping and wishing. Do it. Strive. Step out there. Don't try. At least say, I did. At least I did it. Even if it don't work, go again. Just keep. Me, I'm a continuation, man. I strive. I don't try. Because striving is to fail, but striving is continuous. Trying is to fail. And that's not what I'm on. I don't care if I fall. If I fall one day, I'm still, because when you close the door, a window, God or the Almighty will have another window open somewhere. And that's another thing. I'm glad we talking about this. With my music, that's with me. My music is not just for music, because I would like to act. I would like to do commercials. I would do anything, rock and roll, blue, whatever I feel that I want to do, or whatever I feel that's supposed to be done or what needs to be done. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to sound like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm not trying to show you my chain, my teeth. I am me. I got a message to tell you. Point blank, period.
I like that right there, man. And, you know, going through your catalog, you know, a few times before we had the chance to sit down and do this interview, I can definitely say, you know, when I listen to your style of music, your style is definitely unique. The way you approach, you know, to the way you put music together, and also to the way you do your videos is definitely unique, man. You know, like you said, you know, your thing is you like to show people, you know, your town, where you come from, your city, and all that good stuff, man. And I'm looking at it, it's like, it just feels like, you know, when I watch one of your videos, it makes me feel like I'm like right there with you in your city, in your town, and everything like that. And I can definitely sense, you know, the energy that comes from it, man. So like when it comes to Jackson, Tennessee, man, I understand that it's not that far from Memphis. It's kind of like in the middle of, you know, Nashville, and Memphis and all that.
Yeah, we right in between both. I'm an hour and some from 1 hour, but I go to both of them fluently. I mean, because they right there, you know what I'm saying? But I want people to know about Jackson. We know about Memphis. We see they popping right now.
Right.
We know Memphis popping. They killing the scenery right now. I'm just a Tennessee cat, but I'm from Jack, but I'm still the same way. Then you got Nashville, they popping. But what about Jackson? See, my thing is, you don't want to, I'm going to say in a cliche, you don't want to ride somebody else's nut. Or you don't want to get on somebody else's coattail. Why not create your own waves? That is how you get exposure. People don't want somebody that's like everybody else. They want somebody different. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a person that hung by myself, stood out by myself, and I watched everybody else. Very analytic. And then I make my move. So I did the music the same way. I hear what everybody's saying, but I'm going to say what I feel I need to say.
And that's definitely appreciated, especially in that era right now, where it's like, you know, for most people, and especially when it comes to social media, you know, they always want you to follow that recipe of going off of what somebody else has done, and, you know, emulating somebody else's style in order to get pushed up into the algorithms and stuff like that. So, you know, a unique style, like we pointed out earlier, you know, about your music and about the, you know, your videos and your approach to the way you do things is definitely respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you need more of that out here in this industry, more originality. You know what I mean? When we get back to people being original, I think we will definitely see a shift in the way, you know, music is distributed and the way music is done overall by artists as well. How you feel about that?
Exactly. And everybody will be in a better relation because you from New York. I'd have been in New York, love New York, homie. Got so many homeboys. And I lived on the East Coast for 25 years, actually. If that's what I was going to tell you. I was in Myrtle Beach, Connecticut, South Carolina, all down to 95, bro. So I'm familiar. All my dudes out of New York and stuff. I mean, look, man, I've had fun in both areas. I had fun in New York. And so I feel that everybody got their own stories to tell, brother. And when you go back and you do it the real way, you can really understand it. Oh, I see why they was going through what they was going through. Or it's understandable now why they like they are. But if you giving a person, you mad at the world, and people like, why the hell is he mad at the world? Oh. But he ain't never tell you why. He just, I'm mad, you know. No, show us your story. Give us your history. Right. You know, let us know what you went through, brother. And that's how it is, real people. And that's what I've been blessed with, brother. I met some good people along the travels of me performing. I met good artists. That's all I'm looking for, man. I don't care if it's country music, like I told you. I can find something in all music, bro. All music is important.
So when it comes down to it, when it's not just your own music that you're listening to, who are you actually listening to these days?
Man, I listen to everything. Black Eyed Peas. I'm really it's funny. I'm an artist that do rap music, or I say I don't do rap music. I say I do ghetto poetry, or I do, you know. But I like the split. I like Bruno Mars. I like Taylor Swift. Black Eyed Peas. I'm more because I feel like I can do that same level of music. 3 doors down, you know, I'm ready to really branch. You hear what I'm saying? I like 2 Chainz. I like Jay-Z is really one of my main iconic guys, though. Okay. And Master P. But Jay-Z, yes, man. He built a right. Yeah, man, because then he would have got the South to add to his collection. Jay just, I admire him, man, with the movie Beyond. Just everything the way he did it, man.
Right. And I like the fact that you mentioned Bruno Mars, because I feel like he does not get the respect he deserves. Like, he is definitely one of the musical geniuses. I can say in my own opinion.
I'm telling this guy makes unhit. Everything he drops is hard. He comes from his heart with it, and he just makes normal music that you would never think about. Today, I don't feel like doing anything. I would have loved to get on this song, man. Any songs like me, I'm very creative, you know. That's me. I like stuff that you can, like you were saying, you made me feel so blessed, brother, because that is my message, is to when someone sees my music from anywhere, just feel like you right here in Jackson for that moment. And then, boom, you gone back to your world. But at that moment, I caught you for them few moments where you can relate to me. And that's all I really want to do, is let the world hear, because I feel like I got a message to give them. I'm going to continue to keep going, never stop, and I'm going to continue to keep on broadening my horizons. And the more that I'm traveling, the more that I'm mixing more people, the more I'm able to talk about now.
And that
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And, you know, and one thing, man, you know, one of the things I love about this platform and the fact that, you know, internet radio is becoming a thing now, and also with social media, when we get to, you know, link up with rappers and artists from all over. You know, like, when you think about music, everybody wants to focus on the main cities that's popping, you know, from New York to Chicago to Atlanta, LA, and all those areas, Houston and whatnot. But I like to, you know, have conversations with artists such as yourself that come from areas that we wouldn't even think of on a normal day when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get so many dope people that come across, you know, that music is out there. You know, you just got to go and listen to it. And like I said, like earlier, when I was listening to your music and I was watching your videos, it made me feel like I'm right there with you guys. Like, I'm even watching the video now as we're having this conversation, and I feel like I'm right there with you guys. And it's like you giving me a chance to, you know, take a look into your world, a place that I've never been to. And to me, that's the mark of an artist right there. If you can make me feel like I'm right there in your world, that's something that I gravitate towards a lot, you know?
And that's really, and that's because real recognize real. Spirit is our spirit. It ain't us, bro. It's what God doing through us. Because if it's something for real, I'm gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, like, if I hear somebody, I don't like what he's talking about. I don't feel him. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, he cool, but I don't like it. And I ain't a critic, but I'm like, I don't feel it. He's talking about the wrong things, or I'm not promoting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. And when you said you feel it, it's a spiritual thing, bro. That's what I breathe on my music. Every song I got, Peaches, Money Stack, mixing with the Boss, mixing with all those songs are all growth songs. Meaning you can hear from where I evolved from back when I was dropping earlier music to up to now, which is my new releases. And you'll be like, okay, I see, and I'm growing and I'm getting better. And now all I'm doing is just looking for the correct connection, the correct people, someone to hear it and give me a chance. I bet you I won't let them down. Bet on me.
No doubt about that. Like your single says, man, life's a gamble.
That's what you got to do, man. And then once I open it up for me, I can come back to my city and start something up for youth to show them, hey, you see I did this. Now I'm finna invest in y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Grow the channel. That's how it got to go. You got to grow it like that. But somebody got to step out there and do it.
That is true, and that is a fact, man. And, you know, how would that make you feel, you know, to be one of the first, or not the first, from your city to actually put Jackson on the map and be able to come back and give back to the people in your community and help pull those up that are looking for that same opportunities that you came out looking for?
It'll be my dream answered. It'll be my prayers answered. Because I want it, because success is not always watching yourself be successful. It's also, like Steve Harvey said, it's also watching other people become great. So with that being said, that's why I say the Almighty, my music gonna do it itself, because I'm not going in there with it to do the things that some guys set out. I'm letting it do it itself. Whatever production or whatever comes out of this is from the Lord. So then I just keep going. That's just my sign to let me know I'm doing it, going in the right direction. Keep going, you know?
No doubt about that. So, you know, with your single, you know, Life's a Gamble, and I was listening to it and I like the message in it, you know, and I like the fact that you're preaching real stuff. I don't want to say preaching as like you're on your, you know, in the pulpit, you know, preaching to the congregation and whatnot. But, you know, the message that you're putting out there, because like you said earlier, you know, you got to be mindful of the words that you're putting out there. And the message that I hear in that one is to not be afraid to take a chance on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, changing who you are in order to take and make it to those next opportunities and go to that next level. So like when it comes down to it, man, I know this is one that you took and you revised, and this is one that you did differently. What has been the difference that you've noticed and that other people have noticed from the original version up to this one?
They was like, I like how you put that one together. Then they can hear the growth, plus a lot of people be hearing the mess. They be like, Wack'O, you bumping for real. Like, you really be saying some real heart-filling words. And it makes me feel good to hear my mom, my girlfriend, my kids, even people in the street coming up to me. Hey, that's that rap, man. You bumping, you playing. I like your music. I have not had no one told me that my music, they like, everybody like what I be putting out. So they like how, and that's what, it'll make me feel good, man. It'll make me feel like my dreams have been answered.
So with that being said, you know, with the success of your single right now and the way it's bubbling and the way it's catching on and getting the attention of music lovers all over the world, and also with, you know, people that's been spinning your record on their platforms and stuff like that, what else are we looking forward to? I know right now, you know, you got this single out here, and I know you got a lot of other music that you've been working on as well. So going forward into this year, like, what can people expect from you?
I'm gonna make an EP. I'm gonna put an EP together called Can Barely Breathe. Also, I'm really just, right now this year, I'm looking for more connections, because I did a lot of investments in my music. It ain't cheap to do all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm doing, I'm ready for it to start paying off. I want to see the give back, you know, like my investments, my going, well, let me see the payoff. Let me see what this going to do for me. Let me see what it's going to turn out to be for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what my bring in going to be back.
And that's one thing I wish people would understand. And it seems like a lot of people out there just don't get it yet until they're actually in the mix. That, yes, a lot of us, we do music for, the love and for the passion. And, some people, they do it for, therapeutic reasons. They do it for a hobby. But people got to realize there's a lot to it, and there's a lot, not only just time that you're investing in it, it's also a lot of money that you invest into it as well. So, I don't blame you not one bit for wanting to see, a return on your investment when it comes to, what you have contributed to, your craft, your business, and everything that you got going on.
Exactly. So I love the world to hear me, but you still want to get your piece of the pie, brother, because with every investment, you always got to have a turn. To keep going, you got to have something come back in.
Yeah,
period.
Definitely. I mean, like you say, it's not cheap.
It ain't cheap. Trust me, brother.
No doubt about it. So are we looking forward to catching you on any stages and doing any performances this year, or you just basically just going to push the album?
I'm going to do a lot more shows, but I'm really going to work more into my videos, get my more videos up again, get a couple of more videos out, release a couple of more tracks, but mainly put together an album. I'm striving to get a deal, bro, and I'm waiting to hear somebody sign me, or I start my own independent, whatever. But this is the year I'm going hard. Michael Jordan year, big bro. So whatever comes out this year, I'm going hard. I'm putting money behind it. They say they want to do it, I'm gone. Somebody call me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to, whatever it takes, I'm striving to go take off this year right here. Michael Jordan year, big bro.
That's it. That's all it is. Speaking into existence, and it shall happen, man. As long as you manifest it, it will become a true thing, man. No doubt about that one. So with that being said, man, for the people out there that's listening right now that would like to get in contact with you, that would like to reach out to you and hear more of your music, and form a connection and a network with you, how can they make that possible?
Well, they can reach me on Facebook, which is Antonio Beard. Instagram is Beard Antonio 4. TikTok is Antonio Beard 405. YouTube is Wack'O with apostrophe O, and that's where all my videos at. SoundCloud is WACKO. It's reversible. It's spelled backwards. On Spotify, Antonio Beard. You also can follow me on Apple Music, Archive, Deezer, iTunes, Grace Note, Boomplay, Amazon, and etc. iHeartRadio, Pandora, almost all social media platforms. I have put my music everywhere, so you can't miss me. You can't.
No doubt. So let me ask you. So let me ask you. Being that this is the Jordan year, a lot of people been branding 2023 the Jordan year. Who are some of the people in this industry that you would love to work with, that you would, that you looking forward to, being able to put something together with and network with?
Okay, actually, I like Finesse, because he popping. I ain't gonna lie, he popping. But I like Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like the Boosie and all them cool, but they too wild for me. I'm more into more of the Son collabing with John Legend, collabing with Bruno Mars, collaboration with somebody like Kanye West, Kane Brown, country singer. I'm just really a person that's willing to do whatever project, because my voice lines up with a lot. That's the thing about my music. Everybody likes my voice. So I have to have somebody I can line up with, but still sound good. I don't care if it was what's her name? Nelly Furtado. I want to do whatever. I'm there, bro. Whatever. I'm telling you, I'm one of those stars that you cannot put me in a box. Because I might come with a Cheerio song and you don't even think I did it. A song for Cheerios, you feel me?
Right.
That's just me, bro. Because hey, listen, whatever it takes to make that money, I'm going to do it.
No doubt.
Because I feel like I'm gifted. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I'm an originator. So if I'm calling myself these things and I want to paint these masterpieces, I should be able to be versatile. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I should be willing to be open and broad to all walks of life. Yeah, you catch me, I might come out the crack of a sidewalk and come out your eye screaming rock and roll music. You be like, is that Wack'O? Yeah, that's me now. I'm a rock and roll fan. But I bet I'm getting millions for it.
No doubt.
You feel me? No doubt. You feel me?
No, I definitely feel you, man. I definitely feel you. But let me ask you.
You get what I'm trying to base. And then comedy, homie, that's my thing too.
Okay.
I love comedy. So if I could even do, man, I want to write music. It's like most of my songs, I forgot to tell you this. I write them also for soundtracks. If a person hear my song, like, let me use this on a soundtrack. You got to have music for everything, man.
That's true. That's a gem right there. I hope that all the listeners out there is taking with them, man.
Now, I'm the new Mike Epps, but in a rap form.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned Mike Epps because it's one of your videos I was watching. I'm like, yo, he kind of look like Mike Epps. So
everybody call me Mike Epps, big bro. And then they say, you ought to try to do a stunt double. I said, you know what? I'll go do a stunt double and get paid for being a stunt double for Mike Epps.
Word, that would be some crazy shit right there. That would be dope.
You talk to me on this stunt today, and I'm like, bro, I'm finna go try to audition for Mike. And I look up like, and I call you like, Mark, guess what? I'm a stunt double for Mike Epps now, big bro.
Oh, man. I hope that happens, man, because you do definitely got the resemblance, man. It's almost like y'all two will definitely be related.
Everybody call me Mike. They say, man, you look like Mike Epps, man. You sound like him. You act funny like him. Yeah, man.
Oh, man. But let me ask you one thing I wanted to ask. What happened?
I was just saying, I like these interviews because with y'all guys, that's how I know I'm cool, man, because I got everybody that's interviewed me, they fuck with me. I do, they mess with me, big bro.
Oh, now you go, you can curse and all that good stuff.
Cause they come from my heart, you feel me? Because everything I say, it's me. I ain't going to give you nothing fake. I ain't going to play who I am. I am who I am, homie.
I like that, man. I want to say thank you for coming over here and rocking out with this platform, man, because it's truly a blessing to us when we get artists like yourself that come and utilize our platform, man, because this is what it's about. We like to try to, do what we can to, help push good music, that real message to the forefront, and that's what we like to do over here, man. But one thing I wanted to ask you also, because I know you mentioned earlier that you also are a producer. Would you ever find yourself interested in working with artists on a producer, standpoint?
Yes, sir. That's the move. Because after I do my music, I'm older school now. I'm gonna do some of it to get me rich or whatever, get my money, but I'm doing it to help other people. So with that being said, that's more what I'm looking for is a production role, like to help people get established, look for talent, help them. Like, bro, yeah, that's exactly bossing up. You got to be a boss. If you're going to do it, go to the top. Go to the fullest. Be all of it. Don't just be I ain't just no artist. An artist ain't just me.
That's cool. That's cool. Because, we do get a lot of, artists out here that listen and be looking for, production and stuff like that. So it would definitely be dope, for anybody out there that's listening, that check out your music, check out your catalog, that would like to work with you and all that good stuff. We want to definitely make sure we plug that in there for anybody out there that would be interested,
Yeah, me too. And I'm willing to work with whoever too, man. It only gets greater. Two heads are better than one, and it takes a team to make it sometimes, big bro.
Oh, no doubt about that, man. No doubt, man. So before we get...
I always do this by yourself. I can't do it by myself all the time. But you see, I'm doing good at it. I'm going hard at it by myself.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to be the first one through the door before you can bring the rest of your team in, man. And like I said earlier, when I look at your style and everything else that you're doing with your music right now, you definitely are on your way, man. So definitely keep at it and don't stop. For real, for real.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that, bro. You from the East telling me that, so I really know. You feel me? Because the East they gonna criticize. If you don't see whack, they criticize you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what the East. That's the school of the hard knocks, homie. They are the artists that created hip hop. So if you going to the East, they are storytellers over there. They are lyricists. You got to be talking about something for a man from the East to even feel you. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, man, but when it comes down to it, man, I don't know, man, because the torch been passed around, a whole lot of times. So, like, I don't even know if it will really be, confined to just one area that you gotta please. You know, you always, yes, you do want to please people over here, but you also gotta be able to please everybody, you know?
The world, homie.
Yeah.
My music is written, the world is what you're trying to catch.
Oh yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. So before we get ready to get out of here, man, you got any shout outs for anybody or anything you want to say in closing before we get ready to wrap this up?
Just if you out there striving, keep going. Please tune in to me. Push me. Help me. I'm striving to do it. Hey, it's a strong, long strive, a long struggle, but I'm a struggle to the end, survival of the fittest. Support me, man. Just give your love. Help me get on. Connect with me. I'm willing to work with anybody, man. I come with open arms, you know. And I give a shout out to my mom, Dukes, for helping me, growing me, the Lord. Also, all the ones that standing by me, supporting me, man. The people that even tunes into my music. Thank y'all.
And we thank you, brother. Thank you once again, you know, for taking the time out to come here on our platform and share your story with us and to rock out with us, man. And I always like to say, man, hopefully, man, this ain't your last time coming up here, man. Hopefully we will get you back on here on this show again real soon, especially around the time when you get ready to put out your project, man. We definitely like to do what we can, you know, to help, you know, artists with, you know, getting their music out there, man. So hopefully you'll come back, man, and, you know, chop it up with us once again, man. We enjoyed having you here.
And my music will be spinning through y'all station. Y'all play it.
No doubt, man. And for everybody else, speaking about Wack'O's music, man, we about to go ahead and get into his single that's out there right now and it's bubbling. And this one right here is called Life's a Gamble, ladies and gentlemen. So keep it locked and stay tuned. It's your boy Emilio Wack'O, and we'll be back with much more right after this.
Smoke, and the world spins around. Let's go, let's ride. My life is a gamble. I done dealt with some ups and downs. Lord, help me through all this pressure and plant me on solid ground. Keep my head above the water so I don't follow my wicked way. Lord, help me from hectic time. Lord, help me from day to day. My life is a gamble. I done dealt with some ups and downs. Lord, help me through all this pressure and plant me on solid ground. Keep my head above the water so I don't follow my wicked way. Lord, help me from hectic time. Lord, help me from day to day. I'm tired of falling victim to sinful and wicked ways, but I know what I gotta do. It's time to break a phase. It's time to change and live my life like a grown man. I got kids to feed, and the streets ain't the master plan. I'ma do what I gotta do and put my faith in the Lord. Prayer change situations. Faith can't give much more. It's not what I see, but it's what I believe in. Power lies in my words. Lord, help me to conquer sin. I struggle through all this pain, maintain through hard time. I striving to break the chains. Lord, help me reframe my mind. Help me to stand strong in this cool and cold world. My soul belongs to you. Jesus is my referral. If prayers go up, blessing stars to rain down. Be my light and my shield.